The Tonariro Alpine Crossing is known as the best one-day trek in New Zealand and is regarded as among top 10 single-day treks in the world. The Tonariro Alpine Crossing is located in Tonariro National Park, which is New Zealand's oldest national park and has dual UNESCO World Heritage Site status that recognizes its Maori cultural and spiritual significance as well as its outstanding natural landscape. Tonariro Alpine Crossing is 19.4 kilometers long and ascent is about 766 meters. On weekends and through the height of summer, up to 700 people per day complete the crossing. All shuttle buses drop off is at Mangatepopo Road and car park between 6 to 9 morning, and pickup is at Ketetahi Road car park during afternoon hours. Tonariro Alpine Crossing starts at Mangatepopo car park with elevation of 1,120 meters above sea level, and ends at Ketetahi car park with elevation of 760 meters above sea level. Highest point of the track is Red Crater Summit with an elevation of 1,886 meters above sea level. Please note that you can start your trek from Ketetahi car park and finish at Mangatepopo car park, but most of the people start at Mangatepopo car park to save about 400 meters of ascent. Start of the track is fairly flat and gentle. Marker poles with little orange triangles line the track. There is also a blue marker with number of kilometers passed every kilometer. First section of the track is well formed and board walked in damp areas. We arrived at our accommodation in Tonariro National Park at about 8 p.m. We booked National Park shuttles bus to Tonariro Alpine Crossing trek for next morning in reception. Then we checked into our room. We stayed in the crossing backpackers in tiny village of Erua. Accommodation was very basic, but it only cost 74 Kiwi dollars per night, so we can't complain. Next morning we woke up early and jumped onto our shuttle bus to Tonariro Alpine Crossing trek. Shuttle bus picked us up at our accommodation at about 7 a.m. Drive from our accommodation to Mangatepopo car park where Tonariro Alpine Crossing trek starts took about half an hour. There was a 0 kilometer marker at the beginning of Tonariro Alpine Crossing track. The track was easy and flat at the beginning. There is a marker every kilometer. Boardwalks in damp areas at the beginning of the track makes start of the track easy, so you can enjoy nice views effortlessly. Track is easy at the beginning, and besides the boardwalks there are comfortable steps which are well kept. Track is marked regularly with poles which often have orange triangle pointing in direction of the track. Shortly after you pass 4 kilometers marker, there is a short track detour to Soda Springs. This is warning about rough climbing and change of climate ahead of you. Ahead of you is Devil's Staircase which climbs 200 meters. Once you climb Devil's Staircase, you will get to South Crater, which is flat part of the track. At the end of flat South Crater will be steep climbing to Red Crater. At this part of the trek I started to be pretty tired. Some parts of the climb to Red Crater will be a little challenging and you will need to use chains to climb up it. At the Red Crater summit I was already struggling. Shortly after you start to descend from Red Crater summit, you will see famous Emerald Lakes. We did not expect many people on the trek on 4th of January. We thought people will be recovering after New Year Eve party, laying in bed with hangover, but trek was busy enough. Unfortunately, weather was desperate, very foggy and cloudy, so we did not have good views over lakes. Here are Google images of Emerald Lakes taken during the nice sunny day. Just after you pass Center Crater there is a short climb to Blue Lake. It was so foggy and cloudy that we almost missed the lake. Fortunately, fog went aside a little, so we could take some pictures of Blue Lake. At this point I was exhausted. Descent from Blue Lake to Ketetahi Hut was on zigzag track, which made track longer. It got really wet, so I put my waterproof overtrousers and poncho on. Close to the end of the track is 700 meters higher risk Laha hazard zone. Lahas can occur long after a volcanic eruption, so you should better move quickly through Laha hazard zone. End of the track has elevation only 760 meters above sea level, so vegetation is very different like on the rest of the track. Here are some pictures of Fern, which is at the end of the track, near Ketetahi Car Park. After a short wait in Ketetahi Car Park National Park, shuttles bus picked us up at about 3:30 and dropped us off in our hotel. Our second day in Tonariro National Park was cloudy and wet. We drove to Whakapaka Village. Our first stop in Whakapaka Village was Whakapaka Eyesight, known as Tonariro National Park Visitor Center. After Visitor Center, we decided to hike small loop track to Taranaki Falls. On our way to Taranaki Falls track, we passed famous Chateau Tonariro Hotel, which was opened in 1929. We walked for a while with lovely Czech couple who we met on the track. I took video footage of few small waterfalls and streams which we crossed on our track. I made a short time-lapse of one small waterfall which we saw on the track. Taranaki Falls are on Vairere Stream. Here is improved waterfall picture. I took short time-lapse of Taranaki Falls as well. Just few minutes after we reached Taranaki Falls, weather started to be harsh. Rain got very heavy, so I had to hide my camera in my backpack. But I made also some rainy footage of Taranaki Falls and track, using my GoPro which is waterproof. After Taranaki Falls we drove to Taupo. Taupo is quite a crack and we had amazing time in Taupo even though weather was not the best. Travel vlog from Taupo will follow on this channel, so please stay tuned and subscribe please. Thanks for watching guys. Please leave questions and comments below, like my video and subscribe. Thanks for watching.